Okay, we're here at the bottom of page 1 in section 1.2, so I'll just make a note of that for those of you that are skipping around through the videos trying to figure out where we are. 1.2, the bottom of page 5. And as with all things in mathematics, once you learn one step, there's usually a way to undo that step or operation. So at the top of the page, we converted mixed numbers to improper, and these two are examples of improper fractions. And now we're going to convert each improper fraction to a mixed number. So here we go on that. Let's go ahead and look at what we need to do. So again, improper fraction is simply just means that you have a bigger numerator than you see in the denominator, because you've got all those wholes added into it. They aren't sitting out in front as a whole number like we saw in those first examples at the top of the page. And so if we're doing the reverse action, you can expect that we'll do the opposite of what we did. And in changing mixed to improper, we multiplied, we did that little circle, and we multiplied and then added. Well, the reverse of that would be to divide and then subtract. To divide and then subtract. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to divide 9 into 59, see how many times it goes, and then subtract from the numerator. So we're going to divide 9 into 59, the bottom number, into the top number, the denominator, into the numerator, and then we're going to subtract from the original numerator. So what will that look like? If we divide 9 into 59, and remember the good old days when we didn't know how to add decimals, we just did long division with remainders? Well, we get to use that skill here. 9 goes into 59 6 times, for a total of 9 times 6 is 54. We subtract that, and 9 minus 4 is 5. And so how many times it goes into it, so this is actually 6 remainder 5. The 6 right here, this becomes your whole number, or the natural number out front. Out in front of the fraction. So how many times 9 went into 59? 6 times. And that becomes your whole number of the mixed fraction there, the mixed number. The remainder part becomes the leftover numerator. The remainder is the leftover in the numerator. So in this case, our answer becomes 6 and 5 what? Well, the denominator never changes in either of these situations. We're talking, that's what a fraction is. It names pieces of a whole. So this is named, it's been broken up into equal parts, 9 of which would make a whole piece again. So we're talking about ninths. So we're going to still name, put that denominator, that denomination, that label on this fraction. So 6 and 5 ninths is the mixed version of 59 over 9. So take a moment and talk it out either for yourself or with an audience. Note any questions that you might have on any part of the page. Make some sort of highlight or marking out to the side, something like that, to alert yourself quickly when you're scanning your notes in class for questions you wanted to remember to ask somebody. Or if you have a help resource before class, whatever is the quickest way to get your question answered. You don't want to spend too long in that state of confusion. And then, of course, make sure you've copied everything you want to copy. And then you get to try this one, number 8, 47 over 8, changing that to a mixed number. Let you pause the video, and then we'll come back with an answer. Okay, here comes the answer to the try problem in number 8. If you haven't had a chance, go ahead and pause that video now. When you convert this, this should become 5 and 7 eighths. 5 and 7 eighths. And just as a reminder, because we've got a reverse here, you're going from improper to mixed, and up above we went from mixed to improper. What you've created here is a chance that you can check yourself. You can go either direction to check. And this is one of the things that I think is wonderful about mathematics, is you can actually build the skills to check yourself. There's not many things in this life that allow you to be totally sure of what you're doing and where you're going. Math is one of those unique things that once you are solid in your skills, you don't need outside people or a book or an answer key to tell you if you're doing it right or not. There's ways where you can check yourself. This is one of those examples. You can go from mixed to improper, go from improper back to mixed. As long as it all stays the same, you're doing it right. Okay. Then at the bottom of the page here, again, still on page 15, the book talks through how to convert an improper fraction to a mixed number, and they give a little bit of a visual here. The natural number part of the quotient. Quotient is the answer you get when you divide two numbers. And then you have the remainder over the original denominator, and there's, so you've got the natural number part, the whole number, or the fraction part. And again, we'll talk more about these types of numbers a little bit later on. Okay, we'll see you at page 2.